Afternoon, everybody. This is Darth Ravage 07 coming at you today with another Alternators quick review. This time of the Corvette Z06 Battle Ravage, and it's a convertible where tracks and swerve are hardtops. He's topless, and I really do like it, and it benefits him later in his robot mode. These little mirrors are adjustable on the sides. What was really kind of a neat thing with alternators, if you flip this over here, you had steering alignments put in, so like if you turn one set of wheels, they both turn, and you can see the little instruments in there that was making it happen. So that was one of the things. They had, chrome where it needed to be, chrome mufflers. They had license plate tags, the license from whatever vehicle that they were on the inside, and the details in the interior here is impeccable. You actually got the Z06 there in the steering wheel. I don't know if you can see it that good, or the Chevy emblem. You got a gear shift, you got an emergency brake, you got the dashboard details. You got all, if it's in the Corvette, it's in there, and it's got the little mirrors here on the side. They also have little reflective surfaces. I like that. They got Ravage in there still on the license plate tag. They had not really painted, but they did it up in real world details, so those are red tail lights. And if you go right around the side here, the gas cap on the wheels here. These wheels were always rubber, no matter what the vehicle, and it has like the rims and the brake pads and the stuff on the inside there, and it's usually Cybertronian radial was the tire brand throughout, as you can see there. The turn signal lights actually had, like, the stuff colored there. These didn't pop up for the headlights. That's okay. There's the Corvette symbol there again. And the other thing was they had opening doors, so I can open this up and reveal a huge missile that goes in his robot mode. But then again, you got the details in the interior there. If I can get the light right on it. You got the doorknob and the other little shifter thing, or the little details there. There was nothing left to imagination there. And the other thing that was really cool, this is kind of the bonus part, was you had the engines, or the hoods would open up to reveal engine parts and what have you. And usually 9 times out of 10 on the alternators, this becomes the main primary weapon for robot mode. And then you can see these just peg back into the holes there and there. So I mean, really neat the way that the car's details are just sick beyond imagination. And so I got a little preview within this, is that we'll do camshaft in another video and roll bar in another, and they too have their own unique things going on there. But let's get this guy here in his robot mode. If you hadn't done so below, please subscribe to my channel. Click that like button if you like that. Like button helps this channel grow. I got a Patreon if you feel like donating to there, and we'll get some fun and crazy stuff up in Patreon as I continue to grow this year. And it'll help me continue to grow the channel and be able to afford this very costly, it's not costly, but I mean it costs a lot to do these hobbies and to do this stuff, and I just got to be able to help bring back some that back in besides my regular job. And this is just, I really hope that we get older cars in the future, and or cars from all the different eras, because there's a lot of beautiful cars out there. There's quite a few Transformers out there that we could use and utilize the alt modes and get them, anyway. Let's just hope Hasbro will continue this and get, these were 1/24th to scale. So, and the largest one that they had was the Dodge Ram Viper. They had a Viper truck, whatever, that Optimus Prime and Nemesis Prime shared. that, and I liked it and all. I had a spoiler across the back end, signifying it was the Viper truck, but it's probably one of the weaker robot modes. We'll get to that one later. It was a little bit larger, and they were talking about bumping the price, but then they just cut the line out altogether after Alternators Ravage for Walmart and Alternators Rumble. And Rumble's around about somewhere. He'll turn up, and I'll get him reviewed too. Thanks again for watching. With the homework said and done, let's get this guy into robot mode in 3, 2, 1, and here is Ravage in his Battle Ravage in his robot mode, and this is the one that evokes the Beast Wars, being the bipedal stand upright version of him. Where there's this other one in the back here, evokes his more cat-like personalities, and looks strikingly all the same. So with that said and done, we put him back here, back behind there. And we'll do a trip around the block here. What I loved about these was the paint details were metallic paint, or just really nice paints. The added a little waist, there's no waist articulation, but had the flaps to the legs to get more movement. But all that, of course, was hindered by some atrocious car part kibble. And so hopefully, if they do this line in the future, or if they move forward with redoing vehicles and giving the Autobots and Decepticons different things, they'll have a lessons learned session and know that these car parts just can't do this and keep the articulation too. So they just need to be able to fold those car parts up nice and neat. And a lot of the other stuff that technologically wise has some waffling or some hollow bits. But of the Masterpiece line, if you have Sunstreaker, he does a great job of folding that stuff up inside of his leg, if I remember correctly, and limiting the outside accompanying junk and kibble. So while they're not perfect, these were still a lot of fun to me, because at that time we had Arms Micron as the main line, I do believe, at that time. And this is just to show you the shine and the gleam of it and stuff, and how that's just... yeah, so can't even tell it's the robot there behind the car parts just hanging out everywhere. But here's your side view coming up, and like I said, the engine was his gun. Plus, he had these other awesome guns that would pop out of his arms. It's like another set of exhaust muffler. So I mean, it had like some little cool play features with these for the adult collector. Because I just really did not get into the Arms Micron trilogy. I collected most of the Armada stuff. Once it was Energon and Cybertron, I was very, very picky and choosy, because I wanted my $20 to go to something worthwhile like this. And that was the other cool thing about this whole line. They were $20 at Walmart, Target, Toys R Us. It didn't matter about the retailer, but they were be able to be found everywhere, except for the Alternators Ravage and the Alternators Rumble, which were on their way out the door. Walmart got limited release of them, and I can't believe how rare he is now. So can't believe I had Rumble let it go, because I was ticked off about the powder. I was very fortunate to find it again, online. And but I mean, Ravage is one of my all-time favorite characters. And if there was any way to put a lightsaber with this, I would do that in a heartbeat. But this is a little bit bigger than those 6-inch figures, and would look kind of funny and dorky. And I gotta relocate my Dooku. We might get a picture and snap off some poses if I can manage to get it in his hand. The one I'm really trying to wait forward to is getting a hold of the Black Panther version of Ravage, Beast Wars Ravage, and that will hopefully be coming across the pond any day now. I've paid for it. It might even actually be a couple more months down the road, but I'm hoping it's not. I'd like to get a hold of those other Transmetal. It's TransArts third party. They look really sharp. They got like a skateboarding gorilla that is actually Transmetal Optimus Primal. Really, really awesome. Seen some reviews of it. Seen some reviews of the Cheetor with the flight mode and what have you. Transmetals had 3 modes. They had the Beast mode, the Robot mode, and then a third alternate mode that usually incorporated the Beast mode. Like the skateboarding airboarding gorilla, and then Cheetor's flight mode for his Catbot mode. Rat Trap had a real roadie mode that Dinobot rode upon most of the time, and so that, like, when they did missions together, he would be like roadie mode, and it was kind of cool. All right, that's what I'm going to do it for this Battle Ravage. And just below that big Decepticon symbol there on his chest. And his quote is "Decepticons forever." And his the Biotech company in the storyline, I forgot to say, he turned his little tape deck plugged into the dashboard of this, and then would transform into this homage to his Beast Wars bipedal mode. So good luck if you ever try to get a hold of that Ravage back there. He's just a little bit more costly, and I will have camshaft and roll bar and future alternators videos coming up. I just really do love this line, hoping that this will help generate some support to get what's next after, you know, Kingdom. Well, hopefully they'll give Kingdom's love to the alternators, and let's just get us some modernized Autobots or some vintage car Autobots and or old timey whatever. You know, there's all kinds of vehicles throughout history, and then to where they can go for the trans tech thing they tried doing 20 years ago after Beast Machines. I'm good either way. Yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've been looking forward to getting my hands on, except for a Earth mode side swap, has been given through the War for Cybertron Siege and Earthrise and Kingdom. But we're not finished yet with Kingdom yet, so Kingdom Come and all that stuff. I hope you've enjoyed this look at Battle Ravage, and please smash that like button, subscribe if you hadn't. Helps the channel grow, and till all are one, guys, have an excellent and safe weekend out there. Thanks again for watching.